As you know, our Prime Minister told the rest of the world there is no business case for LNG to be exported from Canada. Other companies are making billions of dollars. Before we get into that, of what Canada is doing, please subscribe and donate to keep us on the air. Peter Clausi is with me right now. He is with the Critical Minerals Institute. He knows mining, and Canada is getting a bad reputation around the world as being a terrible place to do business because of the regulatory mishmash. Not only is it complex, it's slow.
Yes.
Does that apply to the mining industry as well?
Well, especially to the mining industry. There are a lot of sensitivities if you're going to build a mine, whether it be environmental, First Nations considerations, local community, water. So some of these processes are necessary, but it could be done more quickly.
And yet every now and then you hear of a failure. You know, somebody has gone out of business and they left behind an environmental disaster and people for 100 miles around can't drink water.
Victoria Gold is a current prime example of that.
So should we just be more efficient? We being the government be more efficient? Because we seem to be losing business.
We are losing business, we are losing investment, but I'm going to reposition your question because your question's a little microscopic.
No, don't be judgmental, but go ahead, Peter. You and I know each other.
I was going to say myopic, but let's go microscopic. The question is, what can Canada do on a long-term basis to attract mining investment into Canada?
And the answer is?
We have been doing a poor job of that. Not any one party, but the government as a mechanism has not been doing a good job.
But we used to be a mining mecca in the world, Canada.
We are still a mining mecca. It's not as bad as you're saying. We still attract more money than anywhere else in the world. The problem is the money's not trickling down to the farm teams, to use a baseball analogy. You have to fund the explorers. You have to fund the developers.
Right.
It's too late to pour money into the producing mines. You need to go find new deposits. And that's where the government has not been supporting the junior mining industry.
And so when you say junior mining industry, you're just talking about prospectors? I mean, are a lot of jobs involved in this?
A lot of jobs, a lot of First Nations relations. There's mining companies, drilling companies, trucking companies, labs. There are a lot of companies involved in that level of the mining industry. And we need support from all levels of government, not just the feds, to continue that. And the government, I'll give you a perfect example.
Okay.
Federal government gave $13 billion to Stellantis to build a battery assembly plant.
Right.
What are they going to assemble those batteries out of? From where will the copper come? From where will the lithium come? From where will the cobalt come?
And the answer is?
There isn't enough production anywhere in the world to satisfy this, let alone Canada. So stimulation of exploration for an economic reward is necessary.
That sounds absolutely perfect. Peter, you know your business. And thank you very much for rephrasing the question. Good to see you.
Always good to see you.
3 minutes with the answers. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.